Today we're doing
one more time.
Today we're making people these days. Everyone's going on dates these days. It seems to be the new thing. Whether you're swiping with your Tinder or you're stalking people on Facebook, we're all going on dates. But the average go to the restaurant, make a reservation, sit down, it's just not that cool.
It's not the way to go. The real way to impress a lady is to, or a man. For us, we've got more experience with ladies, but you gotta cook for them. But cooking can be very scary, especially because you want to entertain on the date. You still want to mingle.
You don't want to screw up. You don't want to burn your food. Oh God, my hair's on fire.
So we have 4 idiot-proof meals that will be sure to impress your date. Things you can't really screw up. A bunch of different techniques that will help you out in the kitchen and get you a little action late night.
Hashtag date night. Hashtag idiot proof. Hashtag idiot proof date night.
An idiot
proof.
Now, fish is one of the sexiest things you can cook, but it can be one of the scariest and most difficult. So I have a foolproof plan to get you cooking fish if maybe your lady or your man doesn't eat meat. This is the recipe for you. We're gonna start out with a piece of tin foil. I folded it over itself for extra protection because always use extra protection. I got a little bit of cod right here, but you can use any type of flaky fish, anything that looks like it will soak up some nice juices and flake apart.
So you're getting the juices flowing. This recipe will get the juices flowing.
Added a little bit of oil to the tin foil. Throw in the cod right on top of that. I added some oregano flakes. Oh, that's gonna go a long way. So tasty. Just a few slices of ginger, a few chunks of garlic, and then a little bit of salt and pepper. Top that with lime juice and a little more oil. And the whole point here is we're containing all of these delicious flavors. You're not gonna be losing any steam. It's all gonna be cooking and containing
flow.
So I take that and I just wrap up the pouch, really simple. Throw that in the oven at about 375 degrees for maybe 15 or 20 minutes. And the great part about this technique is you've got some leeway with the cooking. Since all the steam and the juices are cooking together, it's keeping in a lot of that moisture. It's a lot harder to dry out your fish.
So go over if you're not sure.
I would go over.
30 minutes is better than 10.
Yeah. And that's the hardest part when you're cooking fish. You're drying it out, you're undercooking it.
Well, also, you can take it out after 15-20 minutes, and if it flakes, it's ready to go.
Yeah, the flaky fish, it's so
Basically,
easy.
you put a fork in if it's kind of coming apart.
If it's like more on the opaque side and not so clear, then you're good to go. So while that's in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes, we're gonna make a very quick slaw. I sliced up some cabbage, like almost shredded it nice and fine, a little bit of cilantro chopped up, and then I just peeled in some nice carrot. That's gonna add some color and delicious flavor. Hit it with some sesame seeds. I love that delicious texture, the flavor. Then I'm gonna squeeze in some lime juice, a little bit of salt, and some olive oil, and that's really it. We're making tacos, so we're gonna be balancing all these flavors. We need a spicy, and this is the easiest spicy sauce of all time. I've got some sour cream. I'm gonna put that in a bowl, and then I have the chipotle in adobo sauce. I open that can, and you've got all of these spicy jalapenos that are smoked inside of there, but it comes with this delicious juice.
Them. You're just skipping. You're so lazy. You're not even cutting them.
No, this is date night. It's got to be quick. It's got to be easy. I just stir it up. A little bit of water if you want it more drizzy. If you want that shit drizzy, just add a little bit more water.
You're drizzy with it. You do a thing with it, you're getting drizzy.
And now we're ready to cook our tacos and assemble. I just have some flour tortillas. Feel free to use corn, whatever you got. I fried them up in a pan. That's always a nice extra touch to impress the lady. Fried it up both sides in a pan with a little bit of oil. The fish comes out of the oven. Open that up. Look at that steam and look at that juice pocket at the bottom.
Getting the juice flowing.
Tasty.
Getting the flaky.
And just flake that apart. It makes it real simple. You don't have to worry about skin and all of the dryness and the crust action. All you have is flaky, tender fish. Scoop that out, put that on the taco, hit it with a little bit of that spicy chipotle sour cream sauce, And then finally top it off with that fresh slaw.
Well, you can make the slaw ahead of time. You can make the sauce ahead of time.
It's a really nice and balanced dish, and you can have fun with that one. You know, you don't have to really create certain portion sizes. You get as many tacos as you want.
Yeah, you can make the slaw ahead of time. And also, if for some reason your fish has some bones in it, don't worry. When you cook them, you can just peel them out.
Peel
just
them
a
right
couple
out.
Ask the butcher to get the skin removed. Ask them to get the bones removed.
Fish tacos, idiot proof and delicious. The ladies will come running.
Baking is one of the scariest things ever, so I'm throwing out the idea of baking, but I still wanted to make a cake because cakes that are chocolate get the women just
a lot of times you can just screw everything you made before, as long as there's a little bit of chocolate at the end of the meal.
The only thing they'll be getting screwed is you. So that's what you do.
Boom, bada, bang.
So this is like an icebox cake, and it's basically taking the ideas of a cake that's like layered, but it's going to be extra delicious. It's Nutella, it's chocolatey, it's kind of like Nutella cheesecakey with cookies.
Yummy.
So I take a pan, any pan that you have will work, and then you basically just put in some plastic wrap, because that's just going to make it all easier to remove that thing.
Yeah.
And you're going to make this mixture of some Nutella and sour cream. Just that. You just mix those two together. A little more sour cream than Nutella, but just taste it. If it tastes delicious, you're good to go. You want it to be able to like sort of spread on. And then I take some chocolate cookies. Any cookies will work. You could use Oreos, chocolate chip cookies, whatever, and just dip them in some chocolate milk, and one by one place them in that tin until it's all nice and covered. Then you take some of that Nutella sour cream mixture, throw that down, and now you cover that a layer and add some more chocolate chips, and just keep layering back and forth until you get to the top. You want to finish it off with that Nutella sour cream mixture. Then I took some strawberries. I did the little fun fan method where you kind of cut them almost all the way through and then fan them out. You don't have
tips to just add that extra pizzazz.
Yeah, so you can add your little tip a little bit later.
This guy.
Yeah, so you know, you can put on the strawberries however you want, and then you just pop it in the freezer. And at this point, like, you can let it sit for. At this point, you get your little tip nice and hard.
That's all you got these days. Little tips. You don't want the whole thing.
Yeah, you don't give them the whole thing. Never give them the whole thing on the first date. At this point, you pop it in the freezer. Let it sit for a couple hours until it gets nice and firm. It doesn't have to be completely frozen. That'll be more like an ice cream cake, which is delicious. But even if it just kind of comes together, what happens is the cookies soak up that liquid, and they get like nice and kind of cakey, and then you get this crispiness of everything. You put a little whipped cream on there if you want. You cut into it, whoosh, and you have this delicious cake that is sure to get those pants flying off.
No baking, but it's still very impressive. It tastes really good. I was like, I don't know about this no bake cake, but
it tastes kind of like a cheesecake ice cream cake or something with strawberries.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.